Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
Oh, I can't hear you. Did you have yourself muted?
I did, girl. Listen, what's good, everybody, and welcome. If it's your first time viewing, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset. You didn't even give it a shot that time, friend.
I did.
Okay. Nope, you didn't. But that's okay.
I did. I think we'll be hearing it, though.
That's okay. It is what it is.
We try.
It's cool.
We try. As long as we try.
All right, so listen, like I said, if it's your first time viewing, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, y'all. I know we've been gone for about, what, friend, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. We were out for 2 weeks.
We were out for 2 weeks, y'all. Bigger, better, greater. That's all I have to tell you, and that's it, okay? That's all I have to say about us being out. So just look forward to bigger, better, and greater from the Melanin Mindset. Woot, woot. Applause one more time. All right, so... That part, I was trying to do it off to the side and not be super duper obvious, but
I feel like we're usually obvious because if we're not, people be like, "What they doing?" So
right, yeah, we kind of have to, communicate it out to everyone. All right, so anyway, listen, if you're not already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset, go ahead and subscribe to the Melanin Mindset on YouTube. Plug in with the Melanin Mindset on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Melanin Mindset _. And you can find us out on good old TikTok, y'all, at the Melanin Mindset. And there is a lot of new content that's going to be coming to TikTok. So you really want to be plugged in there. All right. So one more time for the one-time friend while you finish sending out your invitation. Y'all, tonight's episode is about friendship. And we sit here and we say friend back and forth the whole time. But I don't know if you know, but we have friends other than each other.
Do we
really? Y'all, we have friends other than each other. So tonight we're going to be talking about friendship and the value in friendship and what to look at when it comes to forming friendship. So, friend, you go ahead and do that thing that you do. I tried to kill some time while you sent your invitations out.
I only sent 2, but I'll send some more when we start talking. Anyway. So today we are talking about friends, as the episode says. What about your friends? And we're going to explore the different types of friendships. And this episode was brought about from a TikTok or Instagram, something we saw that said everybody needs these 5 key friendships. So before we get into the 5 key friendships, you know what we like to do around here. We love to give a definition. So, and you know what was funny about this? Every time I looked up the definition of friend or friendship, I don't know why, but the definition was like someone you're sexually attracted to. And I was like, why? It had, okay, so this one says a person who has a strong liking for and trust in another. But the extended definition of that said something about sexual attraction. And I was like, I didn't get why that was there. So I left it out. So define friendship. Friendship is the emotions or conduct of friends, the state of being friends, the relationship between friends. So when we talk about that relationship, the attachment, the connection, that is where we get the word friendship.
Word.
So we all know we have those friends that became friends by default. We became friends by default. You got some. And what do we call them, friend?
What do we call them? I don't know what you call them.
You wrote it.
I did.
Yeah. You be like, that's my day one.
Oh, the day one. Yes. Girl, I thought you was about to be deep. I was like, huh?
Girl, where your notes at?
Hold on. Got him. I got him. I'm ready now.
Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, we call them day ones.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to send out a couple more texts.
But yeah, all right. So you want me to keep talking or you going to send out the... All right, cool.
We still going to keep talking because we friends. And that's what we talking about.
That period. So yeah, friends, I can give my definition. I know you provided your definition of friendship, friend. But I really believe that friendship is a clear view of a person who you can authentically be you around. And I know that's not Webster's dictionary or whatever, but for me, a friendship is somebody who I can be my authentic self with. I'm real stingy with the word friend.
I know, and it's funny because I'm not.
Yeah, I'm real
Because
stingy. I'm not so quick to trust.
I now that see, and I don't. This is just my brain. My brain's a little different.
Of course.
Um, for me, a friend like the one someone who has a strong liking for that trust word is in there though. So maybe I see why you guard the word friend. Because for me, I have friends and I put them in categories. Something like
Does.
I'm going to get to later. But some of my categories to me don't fall under those 5 key friends. So, like you would say, those are associates or somebody, you just know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yes, if we go by definition, then we all should be treading lightly with that word friend.
Right.
Because trust, I know there are people that I might be in connection with, and I'm like, okay, they cool to hang with. If it's a party, I'm going. But do I trust them? Probably. Sometimes not. I'm not gonna say probably. Sometimes I don't. But
Like, I trust you if I can let loose around you. Like, if
yeah,
I can just let down my guard, all my inhibitions are pushed away. I trust you.
yeah.
But if you see we in a setting together and I'm like, oh no, I'll pass on that drink, or nah, I'm not eating your food. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we cool, but we ain't friend.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I just put
So
myself
I
out
guess
there.
by definition, then yeah, we should be taking that. I don't. Everybody that like out of all the people I associate with, everybody would not fall under that friend category.
Mm. So you mentioned day ones, right? How
Mm-hmm.
many of your I know what you about to say. She be obnoxious, y'all. But how many of your day ones, the people who you form friendships with out of your youth, teenage years, young adulthood, how many of your day ones are still ever present in your life other than Jimmy?
I about to say because my day one is my baby. We've been friends since 7th grade.
The level of
Shout
I
out to
cannot.
Jimmy. Um,
Wait. Shout out to Jimmy.
but honestly, like my school, like high school, middle school, I struggled with having friends in
Mm.
school or people that I could like really confide in and trust, and that's probably why Jimmy and I ended up being so close. Um, but my one friend who I did get really close with, who I would call my day one, her mama pulled her out of school while we were in school, and then she moved to Alaska.
Of all places, was
Of
she
all
black?
places, yes,
Was she
Alaska.
was she melanated?
She was melanated.
And they
She
went to
found her
Alaska?
husband. She found her husband on one of those, I think it was Match.com or something like that. And her husband was in the service. He was stationed in Alaska. She moved to Alaska. She still lives there, has a family, boy and a girl, and a dog. The
Friend,
American dream.
I don't know. It's one person that I'm gonna mention. Well, two people that I'm gonna mention. Y'all, by the way, in this episode, we're gonna also share a peek
Hey,
into our
Brittany.
friendships. We're gonna show you all a peek into our friendships outside of
Hey.
each other. Okay. So
Mhm.
we ask our friends what if they could say anything about our friendship or our relationship, what would they say? So we do have a set of images we're going to be showing throughout this episode. Okay.
Mhm.
So hang with us because you will, if you're one of those friends, you know who you is. All
You
right.
know
So
who you
you
are.
know who you is. All right.
Mhm.
But what was I saying, friend? Okay. So them day ones
We talking about
out
the
of
day
the,
one. Yeah.
yeah, I can't honestly say other than two people that have been there from the time of me being a young girl into present day.
Mhm.
And honestly, if I say day ones, one of them would be considered a day one. And that's only because it's like literally a relative that is extremely close to me. And
Yeah.
I call them more than just a relative. They're sincerely a friend. And
Got you.
so, and someone else, they watched me grow up, and our dynamic was different when I was younger because they're much older than me. But
Mhm.
now, as I'm an adult, our relationship has changed to accommodate, and now it is built in a way that we
You
are
know
more
what? Now that
friends.
you say that, I did leave out a friend that I probably shouldn't have, but I didn't because she is family. But like you're saying, she's my closest friend. She's one of my closest friends.
Right. And it's
So
like she
we'll
has
do an
become
honorable
a
mention.
friend.
Let me see if I can upload a picture real quick.
Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, and y'all, we also will give y'all a peek into our outlandish friendship using pictures that are most comfortable, not comfortable, but most memorable to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Most memorable to us. So y'all go ahead and comment over in the section there, wherever you're viewing from, and let us know, are you still friends with your day ones? We know that our day ones are friendships that are forged in history. They're forged in mutual struggle. They may be even forged in mutual, experiences that started from youth. So comment down below if you are still friends with your quote unquote day ones.
That day one. And
All
then,
right.
like,
And give them a shout out too. Feel free.
yeah. Stan said, indeed. Yeah, don't be jumping through our episode, Jimmy. Like, calm down.
That part. Right? That part.
Be all ahead, trying to be all fast. Don't do that.
We asking them about their day ones. Relax, okay? And so, oh, wait, we got a comment here. We got pretty much, but there are some I chose to let go. And that's where we're headed. I definitely outgrew my day ones. And I'm saying day ones in a sense of friends that I was friends with from start. I outgrew them. And I don't mean it in a nasty way. Please know I have nothing but love for any of them. But the connection died off because it's true. It's very true. I forged the relationship in mutual experience, mutual hurt, time spent together, proximity, geolocation. Okay, just because they were close by and accessible.
Just because we went to church together, all that type of stuff.
Right. And so it's like proximity definitely builds a day one. But I can say that in today, I'm not mad at the fact that I'm not close or tied to as closely to my day ones as I was. But do I still have love for them? Sure. If I see them in public, am I still waving and speaking and we giggling together? Yes. But I'm not building with them though. That's the thing. And then let's go ahead and hop to what Jimmy said, friend. You good yet?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm still
all right.
I'm just looking
Word.
for something.
So we're talking about those day twos, okay? The day twos are the friendships that you form 9 times out of 10 in adulthood, okay? So they're interested in excelling, they're building and growing as well as pushing you to be better, and they're also focused on progress. Friend, I can say my day twos, you're definitely a day two. I met you in adult life, met your husband in adult life, but for some reason, our mutual desire to be amazing is what really pulled us together. I'm just saying, we're pretty bad. I should give it up for us.
Give it up for us.
So let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, friend, I didn't mean to cut that off.
No, it's fine. It was
love them all. All right, so this is a reference to day one. Love them all, but only Wally Bang is who we kept up with. Let me tell you about my husband and his best friend. All right? If you know my government name, would you believe that my husband's best friend is also married to someone with the same name as mine?
Same spelling.
Sense. All right. The pronunciation is different, though. We pronounce it different, but the names are the same. And the first initial of her maiden last name is the same as mine, too. So we're not going to talk about that, but let's talk about that. Okay. Yeah. So let's see here. What did she say? She said, shout out to Darla and Tony, true friends. What's good, Darla and Tony?
And I guess for Linda, would those be considered your day ones? Yeah, those would be considered your day one. I asked it and answered myself.
Look, Jimmy gave a shout out to his day one. There you go, Kia T.
Hey, day one.
Hey, we giving it up for the day ones. We giving it up for the day ones. And before we run into day two, because y'all was killing this chat, I did not want you to feel overlooked. Stan said that I just lost a day two on Friday. I'm sorry. And we got another person who says I dropped mine because she was pretending. Girl, can we talk to you, Jennifer, honey? Because I am not friends with some of my day ones because my day ones were giving some strange vibes.
That strange energy. When that strange energy happened, it's like, okay.
When that energy creeps in, especially with us growing into adulthood, that's what happens. It's like when you become adult, you start looking at things with a different set of eyes 9 times out of 10 because you need a second pair. But You start looking at things a little bit differently, and you start to think to yourself, like, is this in my best interest? And when you start thinking about those kinds of things, that's where those day ones start to kind of fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got another shout out. Give it up one time for one time. Keisha and
Okay,
Peaches.
Keisha and Peaches.
What's
Girl,
good, Keisha and
we
Peaches?
don't know better. We know your friends is melanated.
That part. We know they melanated for sure. All right, so let's get into these day twos. Like I said, friend, you are definitely a day two for me. However,
Yeah.
I would say that my bond with you is so different from any other
Yeah.
friendship I've had. I don't
Agreed.
compare it. I don't compare it at all
Mm-hmm.
because it's different.
Yeah.
It's unique in its own way. It is. I feel like it can bend further than my relationships with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have a good understanding of you as a person, and for that reason I'm more understanding when we're in different situations.
Yeah. I
So,
agree too. Like I feel like, well, first of all, like I always say, now I don't know if Daniel would count as one of my day ones, but he's definitely a friend from probably right out of high school after in my first job, and still to this day love him to death. Still, I would consider him one of my day ones. I consider my Philly friends my day ones
okay,
before
okay,
I
okay.
moved down here, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Are we giving it up for Daniel? Was that a shout out?
Yay, shout out to Daniel.
All right, so y'all go ahead and fill up that chat with your day two shout outs because we shouting them out too while we keep talking, okay? So yeah, I feel like I give a sincere effort because your well-being is important to me.
Absolutely.
So I know that my friendship dynamics with my day ones weren't quite like that. It was how much fun can we have? But my dynamic
Mm,
with you, I sincerely care about your success and well-being. And that is where the value in the day two comes in.
yeah.
So, I meant to show the pictures of my day ones when we talked about day ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my
I'm
bad.
putting a picture of my day one. You just gonna put it up here. When
All right,
we're gonna put up a picture, Jimmy. Y'all know what he looked like.
I'm so done.
Yeah,
I'll
we're gonna put.
share it.
Go ahead, share yours. I'm uploading mine, and I'm gonna just talk about her because I didn't get a chance to text her ahead of time.
Okay, no problem at all. All right, so the first day when I said, like I told you all, it's family, but we have definitely grown beyond just being family. So one of my day ones is my cousin Michelle. Y'all, can we give it up one time for Michelle? One time for one time. So I asked her if she could define our friendship, how would she define it? And she put the message y'all see on the screen, and you know I'm about to read it. Okay. So the
Mm-hmm.
words that keep coming to mind is priceless and evolving. Priceless because I don't loosely use the word friend. Y'all, this must be genetic.
Mm-hmm.
Friend means you have certain level of exposure to me and access to me. Evolving because it's grown and blossomed into something beautiful. From little cousin in our therapy sessions, y'all, I'll talk about that later, to someone who uplifts and encourages me in our journey. I can always count on a laugh when we're together. I hope you know how deep down in your shanana, y'all, if you know shanana, okay? I will
Mm-hmm.
always be a listening ear and a prayer warrior. Cousin that will go to battle and a friend to cheer you on in the face of doubters. Y'all, that's what she had to say about our friendship. And I was just like,
Mm-hmm. So let me back up a little bit because my friend put together a message for us to send out to our friends, and they said we're talking about friendship. If you could say one thing about our friendship, what would it be? So I feel like my friends said the one thing and they gave a one thing answer. Mark Nappy's friends, however, are scholars. She got essays from her friends.
listen, do you know what's funny, friend? No. Can you tell that is a sincere representation of the people we attract? I'm going to just be for real. Because when you look at me as a person and you ask me something, I'm going to be thorough. So the
Yes.
fact that these are my friends and they
Yeah.
sent a textbook in response,
Yeah.
they
Mm-hmm.
are my friends. So can we
Yeah.
give it up for my friends?
And we also, which is funny because I feel like our friendship is one that I place very high on friendships that I cherish. And you know you're gonna get a blunt answer from me. And that's so my friends know how I would have answered. They answered how I would have answered.
Right. And what's crazy is when we posted on Facebook and we said to introduce us to your best friend, you wrote a textbook for me.
But that was a different assignment. It said introduce me to your friend. You said one thing. If I ask you one thing, so my people put one thing. That message you just read had quite a few things. So Michelle and she didn't understand the assignment.
Y'all give it up for my cousin Michelle one time for the one time. There we go. Listen, none of my friends understood the assignment. Y'all better get ready because it's about to be a book. All right. Okay. Whoa, friend, the chat is crazy. Let's get caught up real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I thought my day 2 was a friend. Okay, that's not that. Okay, here we go. Huh? I am. Oh, I'm gonna put your day. Oh, let me close this then. Hold on. We're gonna come back, y'all. We're gonna come back. Let's put up the day 1 first. Here we go.
So this is my day 1. This is my cousin who I call my sister because we've literally grown up together. But when I say I can confide in her, we can talk about anything. I feel like she's a little closed off sometimes, but it's something about when we get together, like we both are comfortable just being exactly ourselves. Oh, I didn't say her name. That's Jackie, y'all. That's Jackie. That's my sister Jackie. Right. That's my day 1 friend. That's still my day 1.
Yes. Can I give a shout out to Jackie too? Because since we're moving into the whole day 2 conversation, Jackie is my day 2, y'all. Okay. So Jackie just got a double shout out. Shakia's day 1 and my day 2. Get it, right, Jackie? Now. Okay.
Jackie, where you at? She probably somewhere doing homework because you know she a scholar. She's trying to get that PhD, so she might be in class. So we holler at you later, Jackie.
And Shell. All right, so let's get into these day 2s. We giving some shout outs to day 2s. Y'all give it up one time for the one time for Chelsea Smith and Tiffany Morris.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Let's see here. We got. Oh, he meant he lost a friend. Shout out to Rags.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
Great friend. I thought he meant he lost a friend.
I was wondering. I was like,
oh, damn. Oh, man. Yes. Give it up. What we got? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, friend. You click it.
No. I did it by accident. Go ahead.
She was friends with people on the news and radios and doesn't hook me up with the radio TV degree. I hooked her up with my doctor's office with her social worker degree. Okay. I guess that's how she lost her friend.
Like one of those, that's how they became friends? Or that was a day 2 that you had to let go?
The radio station didn't. It say didn't, so I'm gonna say she let that one go.
I'm gonna say that was one of the ones you had to let go, because that's something that's important. Like, don't you feel like that's important that your friend can reciprocate, even if it's not at the same level? Like at some level, you can reciprocate what I offer you back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I could be a shoulder to cry on, I expect the opposite to be the same too. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy gave a shout out to his day 2s one time for the one time. T-Buck, Mr. and Mrs. Hall and Nat. Whoop whoop. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and she also put
somebody.
Who?
Mr. Jimmy. But that's okay. Keep going.
Oh. All right. I'm like, who did he forget? Okay. Anywho, hey Aunt Mona, we see you saying good evening, girl. All right, and so another one, I meant to double back, friend, for another day 1 because she is the one who I was talking about when I was a child.
Oh, Jennifer, I need you to take a deep breath. I was reading her last comment.
Listen, friend, focus. We're talking about friendship. So when I was a child, I was the doll baby. I'm an adult and I'm still the doll baby. And I'm telling you, it still makes me feel like all the warm and fuzzies. However, the dynamics of our connection have changed. When I say that it has gone from her being, and I still do call her honorable auntie. However, it has gone from me looking up to her as an adult figure in my life to me now seeing her eye to eye, where, I mean, we're going to talk about the different kinds of friends tonight, y'all. But she definitely falls in the line of my spiritual friend. Y'all, can we give it up one time for the one time for my Auntie Kim? Y'all, give it up. There we go. Hold up. Oops. All right. So I know friend about to say something about the length of her message, but you know
I already said it. I'm not going to repeat it.
So when I asked her what she could say about our friendship, she said, our relationship has been consistent. We've always kept in touch and never lost time. I believe that we've trusted our friendship and valued each other's stance on whatever we would talk about. Respect has always been key in our conversations. I've always seen your heart as pure and tender, and you've been through a lot. And we've confided in each other at different junctures in life, wherever needed. Our relationship has always continued, even when we haven't spoken in a while. And I'm telling you, we literally do pick up wherever we just left off. Can we give it up one time for the one time? What happened?
That was how many things she said, even though your message said one thing.
The level of I'm not fooling with you tonight. So, friend, before we go, I know we're at the halfway mark. So, before we dive into that halfway mark and hit that commercial, do you want to give them a peek in on our friendship?
Yeah, let me give you a peek in on our friendship right now, because my friend got, I don't know what this flow is in her mind, because she showed a picture, I showed a picture, she showed another picture. So what should happen now, y'all? It's my turn. Put
It
one
is.
line up. Dang.
Oh,
What
we
am
still
I
talking
day
about.
two?
Oh, I didn't show a day two yet.
Oh, you still did a day one.
Those
Okay,
were my 2 day
go ahead.
ones. Yeah.
Go,
So I
go,
said,
go
do
on,
we want to
go
give
on.
them a peek into our friendship before we go to break, so
Yes,
that we
you
can
can do
we
that.
can hit day twos. So
Okay,
you pick the one you want to do, because it's gonna be your turn. So go ahead.
okay. I don't. Oh, wait, I gotta go over there. Where is that? You know I can't see.
I'm done. Which one you want, friend? I'll click it
The one when we went to the Lizzo concert.
right here.
So this is us, of course, being seen.
Oh man.
But I'm gonna put a little backstory with this. My friend has always felt like her birthday got downplayed. So this was one of those years where I was like, forget that. We're going all out. We went to a concert. We hung out all weekend. The turn up was real. So like this picture is like really special to me, because I really felt like we just enjoyed our friendship, enjoyed ourselves, and had a great time. Like what you say? Like I could be myself. We was definitely all of ourselves, and maybe a little bit of somebody else at times.
That part.
Which is even more fun.
That's big facts, friend. That's
Mm-hmm.
entire big facts. Yes. So
See, I
that's
didn't
your.
stick out my tongue though, because my tongue little. My tongue don't go very far.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Y'all listen, like we always say, at this time we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. So y'all stick with us. We'll be back in a few seconds. Here we go. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today.
You need to cut it out. Why she backstage? Because we was over here shoving snacks in our mouth and she ain't finished. Get on out here.
All right, so y'all listen, make sure that you plug in wherever you can plug in with the Melanin Mindset. All right, so listen, if you didn't already know, we have a book club. Friend, I can't talk. Go ahead.
We have a book club called the MFN Book Club. This book for this month is Trust by Danes L. Reed. Funny, well, not coincidentally, this book is about friendship, about different women in their different walks of life. The book is available on Amazon. The link for the book is right there in your upper, I don't know if it's in the left corner or the right corner, but it's up there.
It's next to your head, friend.
Yeah, you can scan this QR code and purchase the book. I do also believe it's available like on Playbooks or Kindle or all those reading devices, it's available there as well. Unfortunately, this one didn't have an audiobook because I love me a good audiobook, but this one doesn't have an audiobook. So you're gonna have to pull out those good old reading skills. But what do we have our yes, you got yours. I have mine on playbook so I can read it wherever I'm at.
Y'all, it's me actually crying. We were literally shoving chips backstage. All right, so but yeah, so make sure you scan that QR code, y'all, and get your copy of Trust. And it's surrounded about friendship and friends succeeding. So you definitely want to read this book.
Yes.
Just like we did the Tabitha Brown challenge last month, at the end of this book, we are going to go ahead and do like a little special excerpt for you all as well. Our goal, honestly, is to get Miss Reed on with us. Y'all go ahead and tag Danis L. Reed in the chat down
Oh,
below.
is it Danis? Was I saying it wrong?
Yeah, it looked like Danis is what she had
It
said.
looks like Danes. I say Danes. It just like Danes to me, but
Yeah.
Danes maybe.
Danis L. Reed.
You never know.
Yes. And so we got some shout outs for day twos. Here we go. We got a shout out right here to the coaching family. Too many to name. They are his day twos. We giving it up one time for the one time. We got right here, Jimmy is not my friend. He is my brother. Give it up one time for the 2 times. Okay. All right. We have right here, we got a day 2, the nappy drink. Oh, hello, girl. And a creamer. Yes, shout out to me right there. Okay. We got let's see, we got a few. Y'all got some serious day 2s happening out here. Yes. Dr. Bridget, we share the same birthday and year, and we have been friends forever. Oh, that's a day 1. Okay, Mona. Jimmy said, love you, man. Listen, y'all, my Aunt Kim said that she is patenting that doll baby, that is. Okay, it's going to go public tonight. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, it gives you the warm and fuzzies every time she calls you doll baby because it sounds like she means that thing. Okay? So, yes, give it up one more time for my Auntie Kim. Yes, our superior subordinate relationship has definitely converted into I can call on her. If I need somebody to reach the heavens, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to call. And friend, with that, doesn't that lead us into, let's talk trauma bonds first, and then we'll talk about the different friendships.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you have that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So trauma bonds, a trauma bond is attaching to someone. Well, so I have 2 definitions of trauma bonds. So you can have a trauma bond with someone that causes you harm, like someone you are just connected to for some reason, but it's not a healthy bond. Like what somebody was saying, like you were doing things for this friend, but that friend wasn't reciprocating the same energy. That would be a trauma bond. There is something that happened there that makes you feel obligated to keep helping this person, regardless that they're not helping you or reciprocating it. Another trauma bond is friends who become friends because they share the same type of trauma. So like we both were in abusive relationships, or so we understand what the other person went through, or we both grew up on the south side of Chicago and we moved to Beverly Hills now. So we might bond on that because of whatever that trauma was. And I ain't trying to say that everybody was traumatized in south side of Chicago. That's not what I'm saying. I just picked the city. But that what like living in maybe a like going from poverty to success, you might bond with somebody that you meet that understood that grind or that climb. So it was something I wanted to ask, like, do you feel like, you think about your friends, do you have any friends that you became friends with because of a trauma bond, like because of something? Another trauma bond that I see very commonly is you feeling like you can help or make someone better.
Oh, that's a big one.
Even though they don't want to be.
Right. It's like you feel like you got to give it.
Keep trying and because for some reason you feel like it's your responsibility to help them and make them better.
Oh man, that's
also a trauma bond.
Y'all, please comment if you've ever experienced that. But I can say for real, if I look at not the day ones we done talked about, y'all, don't be extra. Don't give it too much. But my other day ones, the people who I knew from childhood, I could honestly say that one in particular comes to mind. And no, I'm not naming no names. But one in particular does come to mind, and it had a lot to do with some decisions that we made in our immature state that definitely brought us closer.
Yeah.
It was because we encouraged each other to make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And
know
then
that sounds crazy, but it's for
because,
real. Like, we definitely encouraged each other to make poor choices.
mm-hmm.
Like, we were they encourage you to like sneak out, or they encourage
Yeah.
you to tell that lie. And friend, you know better
Yeah.
than I'm a terrible liar.
Oh my
And
God, it's so
so,
bad.
no, don't give it too much, friend. Don't
It
give it too
really is
much.
bad. It's
Don't give
bad.
it too
Because
much.
I think I'm a terrible liar, but you got me beat.
Shut up.
And it might just be me, because I know when you're lying. Or at least attempting to.
Yeah, I'm really no, I'm bad at lying overall. And
Yeah.
so, like,
But I feel
lying,
like
anybody who
I feel like
lies is it gets under my skin.
yeah, because I
And
feel like
that's
your lies
why.
with me might be you trying to keep a surprise a secret, and you're just really bad at that. But other than
Yeah,
that, we don't lie to each
at
other.
all. I don't even bother, because
Mm-hmm.
when I've tried anything I've ever tried to hide from Kia, she always calls me on my junk, bruh. And that sucks. Like, imagine that.
And
But
I realize I'm that person. I be trying not to. I be trying not to spoil the surprise sometimes, but I don't know. It's just innately in me to pick up
like,
when
I'm
when
not
my
the
people
one to keep
trying
it
to
from
hide something
anybody.
from me. Huh?
That's the thing. I'm definitely not the friend, and I'm telling anybody who wants to potentially be my friend,
Yeah.
I'm not the friend who's going to lie for you, because
Yeah.
I'm bad at it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if you're expecting me to lie for you, move on. You don't want me to be your friend, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone will know it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I think of one friend in particular, or one friendship, past tense, mind you, in particular. It's like we encouraged each other to make poor decisions. It didn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with lying or being dishonest. It just like they encouraged me to do things that in my adult life I look back at like, girl, you lost some valuable years in your youth
Mm-hmm.
wasting time. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? And it's like really like wasting time and doing things that were detrimental to you. Like,
Okay.
y'all just hold tight. That testimony gonna be lit. I'm gonna just be for
Mm-hmm.
real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like really looking back at it, that trauma bond was strong.
Yeah.
And I know that there are relationships that people are experiencing where they are connected by this trauma bond, and
Mm-hmm.
it causes them to feel drawn to do things to stay connected.
Yeah.
And it's not okay. What about you,
Yeah.
friend?
Um, honestly, don't think I have any trauma bonded friendships, unless you count Jimmy and the trauma of us becoming teen parents.
Yeah, I don't currently have any
Well, we
trauma
in this
bonded
life.
friendships.
No,
Yeah.
I can't say that I have any trauma bonded friendships because I'm also, as I get older, I'm a little more sensitive to things, but I've always been a stop complaining. I've always been a okay, it happened, let's move on, and a lot of people couldn't handle that, and rightfully so because I was definitely a jerk about it. But my mindset was to not stay in a traumatic state, so I would never bond with anybody over trauma because I don't stay there. I don't tend to hang out in trauma.
I feel you 100%. In
Yeah.
my adult life, that's no longer the groove, but like I would say I lost my day ones over like I gained a better understanding of what a trauma bond was as of
Hmm.
late.
Yeah.
But I noticed that those friendships that from my day ones, they don't exist anymore because it was sincerely just a trauma bond. Like we
Yeah.
connected over our chaos, and
And
that's
I
not
feel like
healthy.
the harm that could come from having a trauma bond is the lack of growth, the lack of
Right,
moving forward. And sometimes those friendships fall apart because one person is ready to move past the trauma and the other person is not.
right,
So that's where the harm could come in having a trauma bond. So we want
right.
to avoid those.
Dodge. When I say hit what they that old song, hit the Heisman on that. Oh yeah,
Yes.
hit the
Yeah.
Heisman on them trauma bonds, y'all. We ain't got time.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
We are all officially beyond the
Yeah.
chaos connection.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's different types of friendships, friend. But before we do, I'm gonna let you share one of your day twos, and then I'll give a day two after that.
Okay. Shout out to my day two. We're gonna go with. I can't see. Why am I so
Tell me
blind?
who, friend. I'll click it. Who is it?
Um, let's do Antoinette.
Boom.
All right. So this is uh day 2 friend. Actually, I should have did Kanita, but Kanita's in this picture too. I actually became friends with Antoinette through Kanita, but it was like an instant click with us. Like I can just like in her comment, because she said I sent her the message. What's one thing you could say? And she said it's an outlet like therapy, and it is. Like we could get together, we could cry, we could laugh, we grow, we encourage each other in business and everything. I should click off the screen so they can see how you're being a jerk to me backstage. But yes, Antoinette is a day 2 that I believe will be a day 2 until the end of time. Like she's a rider.
Awesome. Friend, I'm gonna share a day 2 also.
Go ahead, girl.
All right, so let me share my day 2. This one that I'm gonna share is I have to. I feel like this one gotta go first. And it's because I connected with her before my other day 2. So I'm gonna show her first. Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna correct my mistake.
Yep. I'm fixing you, friend. I'm fixing you. All right, so this is another one of those evolving relationships. And friend, I know you about to count and be all extra and stuff like that, but I don't have time for you today. All right, so I'm gonna read this one. I just simply put Furbush because if you know, you know. Okay. So she said, we had a bond from the start. I knew with your talent, intelligence, and motivation, I was gonna make you my honorary god baby. Y'all, I'm telling you, I have never had anybody snatch me up and be like, that's just my godchild. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that's what we did. Okay. So she said, I knew you was going to be my honorary god baby. Whenever I had to speak to you about anything that I thought would be best for you, you respectfully took it in stride. It has given me joy to witness the application of your wisdom in your young age to your growth. May God continue to bless you and keep your head to the sky. Y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, this one in particular. Y'all, when I first met her on my first day of beauty school, okay, after class, she literally hemmed me up in a corner.
Don't be incriminating my friend.
And she said, listen, she said, what you're not going to do is interrupt my class. Okay? What you're not going to do is keep talking. Because here's the deal, backstory, and then we'll move on. Backstory. I grew up around a bunch of hairstylists. I think I need to
sip some tea while she tell this.
Girl, listen, I grew up around a bunch of hairstylists, so I thought I already was smelling pretty loud by the time I got to hair school. Because I was just like, all I need is a license so I don't get caught up, you know? So things like doing finger waves. My grandma showed me how to do finger waves. I should have brought my grandma picture. Her picture is actually right over there. My grandmother taught me how to do finger waves. Y'all, I was a beast with them combs. I could just da-da-da-da-da-da-da and do a whole head of finger waves. Okay, probably by the time I was 12. Okay? But Furbush wanted us to do it a certain way. And I was sitting in class waiting on her to help somebody else who was crying because they couldn't do no devilish finger waves. And I was just like, I had did my whole head of finger waves, but she noticed that those finger waves were done really fast. The finger waves were perfect. And she still got mad at me because she's like, you have to learn to manipulate the hair with your bare hands. All right. So that's how that went. But no, our relationship also evolved. Yeah. I can call her and I can talk to her about anything. I can share with her my stressors. She gives me words of encouragement. She reminds me that I'm the ish, okay, on a regular basis. So I just want to give a shout out one time for the one time to Kobe. Absolutely to her. She deserves that because she does play a big part in my adult life. Like she is a friend that I can connect with and confide in. So, friend, do you want to dive into the types of friendship real quick? Because it looks like,
I feel like if we have anybody who falls into one of these key friendships to have, we should go ahead and share it at the time. So, there's 5 key friendships that you want to have in your life. And so the first one is your covenant friend. So your covenant friend that's the ride or die friend. That's the one who's always there for you no matter what. Like the ups, the downs, I got your back. If we're going to pray, we got to pray. If we're going to fight, we're going to fight. That is the rider friend for a better term. number 2, so we got that. We got our covenant friend. The second type of friend you want to have is your spiritual friend. Go ahead, friend.
I just
Because I was
wanted to
going to pass
share.
that to you anyway.
No. So the covenant friend, for the covenant friend, I definitely want to share my favorite memory of us. One of
Okay.
my favorite memories of us. So when it comes down to covenant friend, and I know it's going to be crazy because I found Kia in almost every type of friendship. I'm going to just be honest. But the covenant friend, the first, I said the first thing we did out together was that other picture, but reality is this picture.
Okay.
Y'all, listen, me and Kia went to an event at her church. They had a sleepover and it was a shut-in. And I know you can see the lady in the middle of us. She sleep, y'all. Because this went all night, okay? And so it was a shut-in where we talked about women building each other. It was an empowering evening. It was the moment that I realized that not only is this my friend, but I can count on her to pray for me and to keep me and to cover me, spiritually speaking. And this day right here, this is probably one of the earlier photos of you and I together.
Yeah, because
And
we look 12 in these pictures.
that part, we look like little kids. But this memory right here, I came across the shirt that we're wearing in this image.
You still have it?
I do.
I feel like I do too.
Yeah, and it said Fat Sisters on it. It said Fat Sisters, faithful, anointed, and transforming sisters.
Yep.
And it was just like we were there in our matching pajamas because it was a competition. But it was just the fact that we were in a mutual space. And it was, y'all, I'm trying not to be no sucker, bruh.
Yeah.
But, oh, what was that even about? Who does that? Forget it. I'm taking a picture now. I'm not about to be no sucker tonight, bruh. No, that was a great day. Just know that. It was a great day.
It was very special. It was really special.
Yeah. Oh, man. I hate my life. Go
Which
ahead,
also,
Frank.
I think, puts us too in that spiritual friend. Because your spiritual friend's going to pray for you. Your spiritual friend's going to ask God for the help you need when you too weak to ask for it. Right. Yeah, your spiritual friend's going to be that intercessor that's going to pray for you without you having to ask to pray for me, you know? And I definitely feel like we both do that for each other.
Right.
Together and behind each other's backs.
That part. To her face and when she ain't looking to.
Yeah.
So, what's the third type of friend?
A confidant.
Confidant.
See, I knew I did mine out of order because for that one, I would have shared, well, definitely you, but I would have shared Antoinette for that one too.
We have friends other than each other. We can share other friends.
We could share Kanita for that one. Let's go and put Kanita.
Woo! Hold up, wait.
Yeah. So Kanita and I are friends. She said, when I sent her the message, she said, "You're my one friend that pushes me the most and keeps it real. Where I fall short, you stand tall. Where you fall short, I stand tall." And I can honestly say, like, we definitely will call each other out when we being less than great. And also too, she shares in a win. Like anything that happens that I'm happy about, or I start a business, or I'm doing whatever, she gonna share it. She's like, "Yes, friend, that is so good." Like she is definitely gonna celebrate. So she would definitely be a confidant where she's gonna share a win. She's gonna be hyped for me, and the same for me. You know, I be cheering for everybody, but I'm definitely gonna share in those wins with her too. So I would say that she falls in that confidant.
Let's give it up. Oh, wait, we got some spiritual friends shout outs out here.
Okay, we got go back and forth from the pictures. I'll be missing the chats.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. I had to get back.
Yeah, shout out to Tracy. Hallelujah.
Give it up to Tracy Lewis one time for the one time. What's good, Tracy? That is that spiritual friend. Yes. And the 2-day ones that I shared, hands down, beyond the shadow of a doubt, if I need a prayer to reach the heavens above, you better believe I'm calling them. And I mean, the devil better look out because they coming for blood. I'm going to just say it like that. So don't mess with me because I got some powerful prayers in my corner. Just know that. Okay? So, yes, absolutely. All right, so what's the next one?
You know what? This is a good one. I got to share this one. Yes. My brother Adrian. Yes. Definitely spiritual friend. That might be the only category he fall in, because he ain't got no advice for you but to pray.
That
And
sounds like Kim. That sounds like Kim. She ain't gonna help you get nowhere else, but she gonna pray you through. You better believe it.
yes, and
You better believe
he's
it.
our youngest brother, and he's there.
I love
God,
it.
got on his shoulder. Like, yeah, come on,
I
let's help.
love it.
Let's
I
help
love
you,
it.
Steven.
So, Fred, the next one is the hospitable friend. They check in on you and your well being, and I
Yeah.
have a friend for that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, my friend that is my hospitable friend who is going to make sure I'm always straight is going to be Miss T. Honey, T, okay? Don't ask no questions. I tell you no lies. T is
Mm-hmm.
my hospitable friend to the actual T, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read to you what she said. She said, honestly, I would have to say that it's the sense of peace that I have always had around you. I believe you would always be honest with me, even if I'm wrong. The fact that I know I could call you and say I'm hungry and know you would feed me. I know I could call you. Shut up. If you laughing back there, I cannot. Okay.
I'm not laughing.
I know I know I could call you and not have to worry about being talked about. There are many things. It would be hard to just pick one. And she said, I'm grateful for the person you are, friend. Y'all, can we give it up one time for the one time for T? Let me tell you about this particular one, okay? When it comes down to Miss Trinika, and I'm saying Miss Trinika not because I've ever called her Miss Trinika, but just because it feels right in this moment. But when it comes down to Trinika, let's just be for real. All right. I mean, she falls in more than one category. I know we're about to talk about the hitman. I could call Trinika for that too. Okay. But I feel like, sincerely speaking, she is the hospitable friend. She is the one who will go above and beyond to ensure that my mental well being is on track.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have to question whether she cares about me. I know beyond a doubt that T cares, like she cares about me more than I at times care about myself. Let's just be honest. I can sincerely say that T is the one, just like how she said she can come talk to me and not worry about, me saying no. I can pour into her my stressors, my worries, my annoyances, and I'm telling you, it is locked tight. Okay, it is not coming from nobody else. I will not see it come up on social media. There won't be an underhanded comment somewhere. It is secure, and I am confident when I pour out my feelings to her, they are protected. And she is hands down that hospitable friend. Look at her in the chat talking about absolutely and does. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely and does.
I would definitely have to say my hospitable friend is you and Jimmy. Because, and my kids. My kids are my hospitable friends. I think because of my demeanor, most people can't tell if my well-being needs to be checked on. Because I guess I have like this constant state of being. But for some reason, I can't hide that crap from you, Jimmy, or these kids. They know right away.
It's that empathy connection. I think I've talked about that before. I feel like I can look at you in your eyes and you be trying to do like this, not to look directly at me. But then it's like a feeling. I feel it when you're heavy. And so with that, it's definitely. So we've got confidants in the chat. Hold on. Where's it at? Confidants. We got shout out one time to Josh and Jared. What's good, Josh and Jared? And we've got the hospitable friend, Mr. Dennis.
So let's talk about this last friend, this last key friend you need in your arsenal. That's gonna be the hitman. That's gonna be the hitman. That's gonna be the one that's gonna show up and be ready to throw down and have your back. That's going to be the one who, when we in public, you could be dead wrong, and they're going to be dead wrong with you until they get back and check you on your dead wrongness. Yep. Like, everybody needs that hitman. And
friend.
And at this point, I want to pull up my last slide of friends where you have Sherlyn and Midland.
There we go.
Because these two right here, I text them, said, what's one thing you would say about our friendship? Sherlyn said, I can't even see it because the thing is over top of it for
It
me.
says, our friendship is genuine, loving, transparent, and supportive. Sherlyn.
Yeah. And Shirley's like a big sister to me. Like, she really gives it to me straight, no chaser. And I reciprocate the same, but I often look to her as the big sister to be like, if I'm feeling like I'm being a jerk about something, I'm gonna call her and ask her, like, is it me? Am I wrong? Like, that's who I'm gonna call. Now, Midland, we've been friends basically since I've moved here to Florida. This is a picture of us and our kids. We went to an escape room, so our kids are the same age. Both of our sons have the same name. Our sons have the same name. Our daughters have become really flirty. But let me tell you something. If I call her right now and say somebody getting out of hand, Midland's coming and we throwing hands. Like, if I had to get in a fight, like, I'm calling Midland and hands are getting thrown.
And let's give it up double time for Midland.
And we know who's calling to bail us out.
Yes. I told y'all already, Trinika falls in both categories. I wholeheartedly believe. And you too, friend. Like I said, I found you in all the categories.
No, I was about to give you I got a hitman story for us. But I'll save it.
No, you can tell the story. It's fine. I'm gonna just say this real fast about Trinika. But no, I know, and I mean, there's no question. If I call Trinika and something is the matter, Trinika is ready.
Yeah.
Hashtag ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe
Trinika pick me up on the way.
Yeah. Hands down, ready. And so go ahead and tell your story before we wrap.
I ain't gonna tell it because it's gonna take too long. So I kind of want to get the last 2 points out of the way.
Okay.
So that we're not trying to stretch it to a part 2 for 2 points.
That's why I wanted to hear the story.
I'm so done. So we got those 5 key friends. Where were they? We remember what stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
And don't.
So we got our confident friend, our spiritual friend, our covenant friend, hospitable friend, and the hitman. Yep. So do you think that it could be too much pressure for one friend to be all 5?
I don't think so when it's organic.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because I could find myself fitting in those places for you.
And you guys, y'all know we want you to answer in the chat too.
Yeah, answer that in the chat. Do you think it's too much for one person to be all of that? I think that when it's organic, it's not a problem. Like, I find myself desiring to be there for you when you need it. Desiring to protect you from people who may intend harm for you. Desiring to pray for you when I get up in the morning. I find myself desiring to be sure you're okay. And it's not overwhelming. It is sincerely because I care. And it's like, I love you to the extent that I want to ensure that your well-being is always attended to, and not at the sacrifice of my own. So it doesn't impact me that way. So I don't think so. But I think when somebody's trying,
I'm gonna tell you what made me present that question. I have heard people, and remember we were on an episode where we were asked about, would you date your friend?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, if this is your friend and you feel that way about them, how are you guys actually friends? And then it'll be like, things like, oh, she good or whatever, but she too clingy. Like, how is your friend too clingy? Like, what do you mean? That made me ask that question because they posed the question, like, if this is your friend, would you date your friend? And a lot of the answers were very negative. So then for them, the question was, well, then why is this person your friend? Right? And then the next question was, how important is it for the friendship to be mutual? So like, does it have to be that if you're my spiritual friend, I have to be yours?
I don't think so.
Like, could you still be considered a close friend with somebody who you find to be your covenant friend, but maybe for them, you're the spiritual friend?
Like, I'll give an example. Kimberly is my covenant friend as well as my spiritual friend. And the same thing for Michelle. Those are my 2 day ones. They're my covenant friend and my spiritual friend. I don't know that I could call Kim to bust down if we're ready to fight. I'm going to just be real. Okay.
Yeah. But now
I know
it's the same the other way. That's what I'm saying. Like, does it seem like it have to be, or could somebody be your spiritual friend and you not necessarily be their spiritual friend?
I don't think you have to be. I
Yeah.
do have my days and my moments where I'm praying and I'm making sure that I mention all my friends when I pray. So I guess for everybody, I'm their spiritual friend, but not in sincerity, because I feel like, spiritually speaking, both Michelle and Kim are more spiritually mature than me. So I don't know
Yeah.
that they look back at me to be their spiritual.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
However, I pray for them with my whole heart. I consider them with my whole heart, but I don't know that they look to me to be their spiritual friend. Am I there for them in that capacity? Absolutely. But do
Mm-hmm.
they look at me to be that person? I doubt it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as
And that's
covenant,
okay. And that's
yeah, and
okay.
that's fine. But covenant,
Yeah.
yes, that covenant is real. I care. That covenant in hospitality, that's always there.
Oh yeah. But I
Yeah.
also feel like I don't feel like we could be friends if you're not a confidant.
Oh, facts.
Like I don't feel like we could be friends if we can't share in each other's wins. Whether I'm like if it's a point where Nappy's winning and I'm not and I'm struggling and I'm going through something, in my struggle, I am going to cheer for her like there is nothing wrong. And I feel like that's where a lot of friendships happen to hit bumps in the roads because it's like, well, dang, I always got to be sad because you always sad. And then even with that hospitable friend where I check on your well-being, it could be exhausting if every time I'm checking on your well-being, you're down.
Facts.
Yeah. And if that's the only thing we have as a friendship is that I'm the hospitable friend and I really can't find you in none of these categories, that friendship's gonna sink pretty quickly.
It's dying for sure.
Yes.
It's on
And
life
then one of
support.
the comments he made, the person who gave us these key friendships, he said if you can say that one person falls into 3 or more of these categories, consider yourself blessed.
Facts.
Consider yourself blessed. I'm blessed, here. I'm blessed.
I am exceedingly abundantly above all I could ask or think, okay?
Yeah.
Because I have it in you. I
Hi,
have, right? I waved at you, Allison Hager.
Allison.
I definitely have that connection with you in every capacity, but my other friends, they definitely fill the void. Because let's be for real, like, yeah, me and you, we talk a lot, but
Yeah.
there are times where Kia might be doing something. If I had nobody else to talk to, I would be
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah.
Likewise for her, if she had nobody else to talk to in our busy
Yeah.
times, we'll be screwed.
Yeah. So it's
Um,
important to have a balance of friendships.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to have more than just that one person to lean on, because I feel like it could be heavy when it's just the one person. Like
Mm.
if it's just you only have one person in your life, that could be heavy. That could
Yeah.
be heavy. I could feel like your question, I could see that being overwhelming when it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. But when that
Yeah.
stress or those concerns and those happy times, I share all my happy times with you
You
now.
know
You know
what's
that.
interesting, and I know we're a little over time, but that
Uh-huh.
picture, that photo that you shared when we went to the sleepover at the church, do you remember her talking about that? That she has counseled same-sex couples who literally just became couples because of that dependency upon each other. Like she was saying, like some of them weren't even, it wasn't even so much as them being intimate or anything like that. They just found that trauma and they found all of these categories in each other and said, oh, well, if we're all of this to each other, we need to be dating. And so she would minister to people that kind of came to her like, I love her. We're this, we're that, but we know we're living. Well, they felt like they were doing something wrong, and she would talk to them, and I found that very interesting, and that's what kind of brought that category. I said that question, like, is it too much to be all for one person?
Mm. Friend,
Yeah,
I'm gonna rotate these last pictures because, like you said, we are over time. I'm gonna
yeah.
rotate these last pictures real fast so that
Hmm.
they can see these last images of our friendship in its rare form. Y'all don't
Hmm.
get to see this on social media. Well, you got to see this one,
Yeah,
but
that
you
one.
don't get to see stuff
We were
like
careful.
this.
We were careful.
Okay.
This is picture. I love this
This was
picture.
every Christmas we've been doing Friendsmas, y'all, and
Mhm.
it is where we come together and we share in our purest form, if you will.
Yeah.
So we share in our purest form. at the holiday season because we both happen to be little fans of Christmas. It's kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we connect and we spend family time with the family that we've kind of like chosen. You know what I mean? Like to
Yeah.
choose somebody to be a part of your family is a big deal. I
And
love
you
my
know
blood
what?
family.
Fun fact. Christmas is like probably my least favorite holiday, but since we've been doing this, I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, it's definitely something special.
I
That's for
always
sure.
love Christmas, but it's like the idea of the commercialization of Christmas used to drive me crazy. It would make me want to boycott and be like, I ain't buying nobody nothing. Because why I got to get everybody a gift? So that, sometimes I be going off on my rants, but I feel like since we've been when the families come together for Christmas, like it's making me look forward to Christmas every year now.
It's very much so exciting. So
Yeah.
y'all, here's a tip for this week, all right? Our tip of this week is to take inventory of your friendships. There's no harm in identifying where and what each friend can support in the journey that we call life. So make sure that you are not being too taxing if you feel that you're being, or make sure that you are evaluating and assessing those people in your life and let them be who they can be for you. Don't set those expectations too high. You can let them just be who they're going to be for you. You know? So friend, you got anything else?
Well, no. You want me to sign off?
Go ahead and sign off, friend.
Thank you for tuning in, Mindset family. Until next time, embrace the melanin, embrace the success, and stay blessed.
I like that.
Eh.